Oh boy, look who's out here rocking a sponsor like one of them cool kids. A while ago, I made a video going over the sad existence that Regigigas lives through, as thanks to his awful ability, he's not only physically entombed, but in a spiritual sense as well. The video performed pretty spectacularly, and let's be real, it's because of the thumbnail. Not to be a sociopath or anything, but that thumbnail is the best thumbnail on YouTube. To break down the video real quick, we discussed the Pokemon Regigigas, or should I say, we talked about the Pokemon Regigigas. Oh! Bad ability, bad moves, bad type. That last one no one actually agrees with me, but listen. Shh. All around a sad Pokemon that Game Freak treats like a vegan in a butchery. He's miserable and yet still surrounded by long, thick meat of competitive Pokemon. Even in its own game's remakes, Game Freak treated it like... I woke up in a new Bugatti. But this is where I crawl out of the basement and jump back into the fray. Let's fix this abused man, shall we? I'm a-thinking we grant him the old Rimmy-Timmy job, or maybe, dare I say, the Rimothy Timoth Job, cause making simple, broken things is my favourite pastime. Everyone in my ice types should be super effective against water types video is out here debating why ice types should instead have better resists. And to that I say, technically correct, but also...
He's a real flat tire. I mean a cube, man. He's putting us on the train to Squaresville, Mona.
I just like chaos, okay? I pinned a comment with the word communism in it, cause I wanted... chaos. That's why I picked this moment for the ad time. Hello, it is me, the sponsor Gecko. And you may have noticed this cellular device in my whittle hands. Well, that is because I am a god-tier fan of Raid Shadow Legends. Oh, what's that? You don't have enough money for a game with the best graphics this side of eternity? A game that has over 80 million raiders playing it? Man, if only there was a way you could get it for free. Oh, wait a minute, it is free on both Apple and Android. Oh, hold on, let me make it even easier. Go Gadget QR code extender. Scan this bad boy and get access to Raid Shadow Legends right now. What's your excuse now for not getting Raid Shadow Legends? Raid Shadow Legends currently grants you the ability to choose from 650 unique champions. And yes, I did emphasize currently, because Raid introduces brand new content every single month. With other games you'll get bored, but with Raid there's never a shadow of a doubt that you won't be entertained. Speaking of which, you boys want to come on a journey with me up the Tower of Doom? I'm sure it will be a pleasant experience. Battle your way through floor after floor of some of Raid's most difficult challenges. Ah yes, my brother. Burn them. Burn them all! But why should you play Raid Shadow Legends through clicking my link in particular? Because I am offering you an XP booster, an epic skill tome, 4 energy refills, 200,000 silver, and Drake, baby, the epic version. Oh wait, you want more? How about an egg hunt? No, not those lame normal eggs. Lord knows you couldn't get them right now if you wanted to. How about instead you find yourself some epic dragon eggs, baby? You need even more reasons. How about using your phone to locate a hidden dragon egg that puts you in the running to win a new legendary champion or Amazon gift cards with a total value of $20,000 dues? To participate in the event, just download Raid Shadow Legends using the links below. Copy your in-game player ID, and then head over to egghunt.playarium.com. While this event is for new players, existing Raid players can still join in on the excellent fun. They insisted I make that joke, I'm sorry. Also, at egghunt.playarium.com, you'll find a special promo code. In all honesty, I fail to see why you haven't downloaded Raid Shadow Legends right now. Do you really think free things, epic battles, PvP, dragons, a sexy lady, bones, and this gun haven't convinced you yet? I am no longer asking! Click on the link now and download Raid Shadow Legends. And thank you Raid for sponsoring this video. No, seriously, thank you. This is my first ever, like, true sponsorship, and it's such a cool experience, and I hope you really like it. The ad is over. Anyway, here are some ways we fixed Regigigas, and by we, I mean comments left by my loving fans.
I don't want to go.
Pretty self-explanatory, but I'll still explain it anyway. You have moves like Roar and Whirlwind that force the opponent to switch out, but now, like Game Freak's hatred of my amazing ideas, Regigigas will always Regi-remain. Well, until he's KO'd by anything else. I mean, you still need to wait 5 turns. It's not like in the past when any player saw Reggie, they were like, oh dear god, it's the Gigas! That's gonna sound awful, and I love it. See, this is what we call a light fix, akin to solving the water crisis by making loads of plants that can turn salt water into fresh water. It does improve Reggie's issues. He might, maybe, get a slight niche in CU. The lowest Pokemon tier. What we need is a hard fix, akin to solving the water crisis by committing genocide.
Oh, please, have mercy!
This one is kind of the accumulation of many ideas, all of which focus on fixing the reward of waiting 5 turns. Should it be given a +1 attack? Should it be given a +2 attack? Should the slow start ability not reset upon switching? Should he be able to go into the real world and kill your opponent? I've chosen to highlight this one because, in my opinion, it's the best and most somewhat balanced. Let me give you the explanation. 5 turns is a lot in Pokemon, not in the sense that games are short, while they definitely can be. Others can last hundreds of turns. And in those, yes, 5 turns isn't that much in the grand scheme, but juxtaposed to that, any 5 turns will have a lot happen in them. For example, we have 5 turns from this battle. Zorog hits Torkoal with a Shadow Ball as it comes in. Both players switch out. Walking Wake uses Hydro Stream on the aroused blue ball as it sets up Stealth Rocks. Then Wake uses a second Hydro Stream, KOing the aroused blue ball. Finally, Robot Boy deals some damage and Wake KOs it. So in those 5 turns we had 2 KOs, chip damage on 2 different Pokemon, hazards were set up, and a double switch happened. And keep in mind, this isn't even that crazy in the slightest. Now let's just turn our attention to Regigigas and see what the first 5 turns of him being out look like. Protect, substitute, protect, substitute, protect. And if you really want to be spicy, you can throw in a Thunder Wave there, or you can play before Generation 8 and not have access to protect. Great! Now he's fully powered up. Just like the Bax that's been using Dragon Dance this entire time. I wonder what will happen next. It's very simple. If you're somehow able to get through those 5 turns where God knows what might happen, you deserve to get the full, unrestricted power of an actual god. Pure Power Regigigas might be something that just has absolutely no counters to speak of. Now, that's really the gist of it. Just punch really hard, but it's still difficult to get there. But what if we instead just said no to slow start as a whole? Having to wait 5 turns in battle is cringe. Having to wait 5 turns just doing whatever you feel like, that's pretty based. I mean, unless you're really fixated on the lead Regigigas metagame, I don't think there's a way this can really go wrong. You can very easily just use 5 Pokemon for the first 5 turns, and then bing bada boom, you've got a full power Regigigas on your side. This is an absolutely incredible fix. The only issue I have is it's a bit boring. What could be more interesting is have his attack increase in incrementable steps. So after turn 1 he gets +1 attack, after turn 2 he gets +2, after turn 3, so on until he's, fully powered. These are all fine fixes. Some, I dare say, are perfect, but there is one lingering problem with all of them. You thought of them and not me, so I can't take the credit, and we cannot have that, now can we? Remember, this isn't a democracy, it's a dictatorship. This is it right here. This is our American Revolution. This is where we fix the problem like they fixed their problem, the British. We're going to keep Slow Start for thematic sense, but make several changes to it. Firstly, he can no longer be switched out and his stats are no longer reset. That nonsense is a thing of the past. I'm also going to make the executive decision to reduce the wait time from 5 turns to 3 turns. These first 3 changes merged together will form the baseline of turning Regigigas into Regigigas. The main function I want to change though is actually the stat halving, as that is the core reason Regigigas is so terrible. Okay, are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Boom! Only the speed is lowered. This, I think, makes sense. You have the big man coming out, and obviously he's going to be slow, but why would his attack be weakened as well? I mean, it might be, thematically it might make sense for it to be weakened, but shh, we don't think about that. And now in terms of actually battling, we have a Pokemon that has pretty decent defense and really good attack. I mean, that attack is the same that was there from day one, and look at that number. It is very high, and if you don't immediately focus on getting rid of him, you then also may have the problem of not being able to outspeed him later in the match. Oh, what's that? You're going to force him out with either Roar or Whirlwind? You can't! Yeah, well, maybe if I just sit on him with my powerful defensive Pokemons. Have I not impressed upon you the extreme highness of his attack? And let's not forget what will happen if you wait. When my boy gets going, you best get a running. And if you plan to put something in that can KO a fully powered Regigigas, I refer to you the earlier part in my video where I discussed the inability to reset his stats upon being switched. This would completely turn the dynamic of Regigigas on its head. He would go from awful to... I don't know exactly where he would sit, but he'd probably be pretty good. Just imagine our beautiful son rising through the tiers, rampaging, some might say, from CU to PU, from PU to NU, from NU to, probably at this point he'll jump quite a bit forward, so OU, and then maybe, just maybe, he'll make it to Ubers, the legendary Pokemon going into Ubers. Unheard of, I know, but we can dream. We can dream. And, well, that's about it. I don't really have any other plans for Oh, yeah, actually, there's one thing. He gets Pure Power after 5 turns. Well, anyway, thank you for having me in here. You've signed a contract. You agreed to this. Bye! I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. If you haven't already, make sure you slap that subscribe button, hit the like button, and give the notification bell a cheeky little kiss. And of course, we have our lovely Patreons and channel members. And on the subject of this, as you noticed, I had a sponsor this video, so I think the way it's going to work is, if I get sponsored, that'll be like the, ad break-esque thing. And if not, there'll be like a short shout out for like my Patreon and stuff like that. I don't really like the idea of having them both in the same thing. Obviously, there'll always be the shout out at the end, so don't worry, that won't be going anywhere. But in terms of actually stopping the video earlier on, that'll only be either an ad or Patreon. It won't be both of them. I think that's just about all I had to say. I hope you all enjoyed, hope you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.